Hey everyone, what's going on? Ash here from MEOdyssey, and what else do we talk about other than that sweet Andromeda Initiative teaser trailer that released a couple of days ago? Well, a few things actually, but we'll get to those a bit later, including what looks like a leaked cover of the next Gameinformer magazine, and it shows something very interesting indeed. But let's talk about the trailer first. So BioWare released a teaser trailer which basically sounded like a recruitment video, wanting people to join up and explore new worlds with the Andromeda Initiative. This is the heaviest focus we've seen on the Andromeda Initiative since we started to see hints here and there over the last few months or so. In the trailer we see footprints in the dust of Earth's moon, with the video slowly panning up to show Earth in the distance and a lunar lander from the human race's first steps on a surface other than Earth. We also hear a deep, soothing voice of leaving Earth to find a home and build for a future beyond the Milky Way. Now in terms of this voice, as we said in our initial analysis video, the voice is that of Daddy Ryder in the game. This has been confirmed by Mac Walters on Twitter in response to a question asking if it was in fact the actual voice of Daddy Ryder. A lot of people have messaged us and left comments on our analysis video saying the voice sounds extremely similar to that of Clancy Brown, who has voiced a lot of roles, but one that is most notable is as the voice of Lex Luthor in the older DC Animated Universe and Justice League Universe films, while also appearing in TV shows Lost and ER, and after listening to a couple of videos it's hard not to agree with everyone. You also see a brief glimpse of a moonbase or installation in the background, which some have said is the Alliance moonbase from Mass Effect 1, and it could well be, but after comparing pictures, the base in the trailer seems to be a lot more substantial than the base in the first Mass Effect game. This picture here gives you a much clearer layout of the moonbase, and there is also an arc, likely the Hyperion arc featured in the new trailer, being constructed over on the left of the picture. We then see a female character walk next to Daddy Ryder, and they are wearing the now familiar colours of blue and white armour of the Andromeda Initiative. The armour has some small differences from what we've seen before, but nothing significantly different. Now there has been a lot of debate as to the identity of the person in the blue and white armour. The easy option would be that it is Fem Ryder, Daddy Ryder's daughter, as seen in the EA Play E3 trailer from earlier this year, which would make the most sense in our opinion. But the other option, and one that is gaining a fair amount of traction, is that this is Mum Ryder. But unfortunately, Mac Walters has confirmed in response to Mass Effect Follower that the female in the new trailer is not Mum Ryder, but said to look forward to N7 Day to find out more about her, stopping short of saying it was Fem Ryder. With much of the community now saying that it could be Auntie Ryder or Grandma Ryder. Guess we'll have to wait and see on this one. What happened to Mum Ryder is still a mystery, but Mac Walters has confirmed that her story will be told. But if you want to see our theory on what we think happened to her, click on the annotation at the end of the video to check that out. The trailer ends on a pan-out shot of the two characters disappearing into the distance, and the reveal of the Hyperion arc being constructed. As shown in this image that we saw earlier, there is clearly construction going on. The other main point to take away from this is that it is mentioned in the voiceover that this new future outside of the Milky Way is set 600 years from where we stand. So it's still kind of up in the air as to whether the arcs leave the Milky Way after the events of Mass Effect 3 or during the original trilogy timeline. We'll hopefully get some sort of clarification on this very soon. Moving on, pretty much as soon as the trailer dropped, GameSpot released an article saying that BioWare could delay the Mass Effect Andromeda again should they feel the game isn't where BioWare wants it to be, and that this would be with EA's blessing. This news comes from an EA earnings call, and these details have reportedly been expressed by EA CFO Blake Jorgensen, and there is mention of another delay being as short as a week, or as long as 3, 4 or maybe even 5 months. While we're all for giving the game as much time as possible to be the best it can be, we would be at the very least slightly concerned if there were to be another delay, seeing as there already has been one and the game was initially slated to be released, well, pretty much now. But this was pushed back to 2017 back in June of this year. Again, we'll have to wait for official word from BioWare before we take this news as anywhere near confirmed. And the article does say that Mass Effect Andromeda is tracking extremely well. Jorgensen said, "Right now Mass Effect is tracking extremely well. This game looks beautiful and we are really pleased with its progress. However, as you've seen, we are willing to make moves in launch dates if we feel it's necessary to deliver the right player experience." Andromeda is still on course to be released between January and March of 2017, but Jorgensen said EA will communicate a delay, if there's going to be one, the moment the decision is made. The next bit of news is in regards to the email sign up for joining the Andromeda Initiative. Looking at the synopsis on MassEffect.com, it says the Andromeda Initiative is currently seeking recruits. Registered recruits will be among the first contacted to receive critical mission information, special training opportunities, and will also be eligible for reward upon completion. Orientation starts on November 7th. Now, we've been signed up to the mailing list for this for over a year without a single email being sent back other than the confirmation that we've signed up to the email list, which makes us think that there will be some form of beta or demo announced very soon, and that's the reason for this whole Andromeda Initiative email sign up thing, backing up our initial thoughts from a while ago. We can't wait to find out if this is the case on N7 Day next Monday, and we hope you'll join us for all the fun and excitement on N7 Day in a few days' time. So at the beginning of the video I mentioned something about a leaked cover for the next Gameinformer magazine, which has now been tweeted by Shinobi on Twitter as well, and you'll be seeing it in the background of the video now. Now, this is by no means confirmed at this point by Gameinformer or BioWare, but it is a very cool cover to say the least. But the one thing I mentioned earlier that seemed interesting is that a female N7 character. Do we get a choice as to whether the N7 character is Daddy Rider or Mum Rider? Similar to getting the same choice of playing between Bro Rider and Fem Rider? Or is it potentially Fem Rider inheriting her father's armour? This would be very interesting indeed, and we can't wait to find out more, but we're not going to speculate any further at the moment until at least after N7 Day. We also think that BioWare may be releasing daily teasers in the run-up to N7 Day on Monday, so be sure to keep an eye out on the Mass Effect and Dev Twitter accounts, as well as our MEOdyssey account, and subscribe to this channel to get the news and updates very soon after they are made public. Just finally, we also want to give a big thank you to Lee Williams, Social and Community Manager at EA UK, who was very kind to send us HD screenshots of the trailer, so thank you very much, Lee. So this extra little bit of news is actually an add-on after I've already completed the video and it's already rendered, so apologies, this is slightly unscripted, but Mass Effect on the Twitter account have released something very interesting. They're doing a countdown and releasing images every day up until N7 Day, and they've released this one you're seeing on the screen now, which says 5 days Andromeda Initiative. We have a member of the Andromeda Initiative in the background, but what is actually quite interesting here, not only the fact that the detail on the picture actually looks really good, is the fact that there's a small box of text just above the word days. Now, it's reversed in the normal picture, but we've been able to turn it around and so we can see what it says. Now, it says docking bays are used to transport passengers in local ranged vessels to and from other nearby arcs, which is confirming there's more than one. We kind of already knew that, but there was some uncertainty going from when we saw the video of the arcs back in the EA Play trailer, I believe. This confirms that there is more than one arc, and you can go to and from these arcs as well, and for planets for safe landing as well. It also says they are a critical element in discovering and ensuring a safe environment to colonize a golden world. Now, you hear about these things from NASA and scientists saying about Goldilocks zones and things like that. Maybe a golden world is something like that, where it's the perfect planet for humanity and other races who have left the Milky Way galaxy to be able to move to this new planet. Maybe it's the perfect planet they're looking for. Maybe it has something to do with the end game, something like that. We don't know, but we just wanted to add that little bit of extra information on the end of this news video, so you've got all the information, as we said, going into N7 Day. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching. As always, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all things Mass Effect, and you can help the channel to grow by sharing the video too. We'll see you again very soon.